Okay, so for week 11 of summer anime, we had a lot of good expositions this week. We're almost finished with the season, so one or two more weeks left for a lot of these shows. Some of these shows have, like, continuations, extra episodes, like Jujutsu Kaisen gonna leak on to next season. Bungo Stray Dogs this week was, like, kind of tragic. Like, literally, it felt like it's over. But I mean, that this anime like consistently kind of like plot twists you, gives you like really impossible circumstances that the heroes eventually overcome. But yeah, I'll talk about that episode this week. So starting off with Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 11. I kind of like this episode this week. It was exactly what I was expecting. We wanted Sylphie, we wanted Silent Fitz to kind of like reveal herself to Rudius. Let him know that, yo, the girl you looking for is right here. And like, you forgot about me, but I still love you. So all of that is there, and they like dedicated this whole episode just for that. It was kind of like a date episode. So yeah, Sylphie's trying to like ask the princess, "Oh, how do I get to Rudius? How do I get closer?" So they did have a plan where Sylphie was supposed to slowly like kind of be friends with him, and then they kind of get his power to help like the princess with her like kind of family like political alliance over there. Because remember in episode 0 there was like assassins killing her and shit, so that's why they moved to this like magic school. So yeah, they wanted to recruit Rudius to help. So it's been 6 months, and Sylphie and Rudius, they're like really close, but they have not like romantically pulled the trigger. So that's what they do now. So Sylphie kind of asks for help. The princess guides her. She's like, this got to be perfect, and this is your only chance. If you don't do this, you're forbidden to talk to Rudius ever again. So they kind of devise a cool date plan. We see Sylphie is like madly in love with Rudius. She wants to like have his babies. She's like fantasizing all these things that she could do with him. And then yeah, Rudius is all down, I guess, but he's still clueless. So first, like the first step is to actually like realize that this is Sylphie, and like similar to like the Jujutsu Kaisen like episode 6 with like the girl that was in love with Yuji, but she like drastically changed her appearance. That's kind of like what Sylphie's going through, where if Rudius does not recognize her, her heart cannot take it, and it might be like permanently over for the relationship. So this has to go perfectly. The whole episode was dedicated to this date, which I really like. So it started off the next day. Sylphie invites Rudius to like help her on a mission to like get this magic flower for the princess. And if Sylphie asks other people for help, it might make her seem weak. So she uses all these excuses to get Rudius to go out with her. The problem is Rudius is like really stubborn. He's like, okay, I'll call over the rescue team. I'll call over like another party that could help you. So yeah, Rudius is doing the best he can to ruin this. But yeah, Sylphie, she still like sticks through with the plan. Eventually convinces him to go with her. So they go like across like the forest. It's like very snowy. Rudius has heat magic to like warm up the snow, clear a path, and they're like getting closer to the flower. But then Sylphie takes Rudius' staff, like borrows it, and summons rain. So yeah, she makes a rain. Rudius can easily like control the weather himself, so he kind of like tries to counter the rain. But since Sylphie has the staff, and then she's right behind Rudius, so he sees that like his magic is being countered against. So yeah, that's cool. And then yeah, Sylphie just like makes it rain, so they go hide in the cave. They're all wet, so they have to change their clothes. They all still get sick, hypothermia, or anime sickness. You spend 1 second in the rain, you're literally in a coma. So yeah, they do that. Rudius kind of like strips. He's like wearing his shorts, and then Sylphie, she's still fully clothed. Yeah, Rudius knows that Sylphie or Silent Fitz is a girl at this point, but he doesn't know who. So Sylphie is like, oh, I might die if you don't undress me. So she forces Rudius to take her clothes off. It was kind of like very well done, like pretty romantic and slow. I kind of like the way they did it. It was all on Sylphie's terms, and it felt like pretty wholesome in the end, even though Rudius is like, mega creepy and everything. And then, he has like a lot of like weird ass thoughts. And he's like literally 40 years old. We don't really talk about that. But yeah, anyway, he undresses Sylphie, and then he takes the glasses off though, finally. He sees the eyes, he sees like her blushing in the ears, and he puts it together. Yes, is your real name Sylphie? Finally, okay, we did it. Happy ending. So yeah, this is a good kind of wrap up to their story, because they've been teasing us so much. I thought like the way this anime would be paced, like this reveal would be like maybe in 2 seconds, like early on in the season, but no, we had to like drag it out. So yeah, we have one more episode left to the finale. I really like this episode though, pretty well done. We'll see how Rudius kind of develops his relationship with Sylphie. I'm expecting a lot of big things because yeah, there's like the whole like royal princess plotline and everything. Also, like, it seems like all these girls, Rudius will have like a dedicated arc with them. He spent so much time with Eris, literally like 75% of season 1 he was with Eris. So I'm expecting like the next part of the season is gonna have like a lot of like him with Sylphie together. We'll see though, because a lot of things could happen. There could be like a lot more conflicts, a lot more like discoveries. But yeah, Rudius and Sylphie, good power couple. They're both like very proficient in magic. But finally, all the secrets are gone. Everyone can be real with each other. And yeah, we'll see what story points we'll have next week. All right, after that, we got Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War, Season 2, Episode 10. Oh my god, yo, the battle of the zombies, Mayuri versus Giselle. This is just an insane type of fight. Not really because like the animation or anything, but because like the implications of all these like dead captains. It felt like so bad. But yeah, basically, yeah, Mayuri's controlling the Arankar, and then Giselle's controlling like literally all of the dead Soul Reapers. I was like so sad because yeah, we saw a lot of the captains, the Scorpion guy, and then the other dude with like the flower, like the sound ability. Yeah, they got killed by the dude who can like manipulate reality. So yeah, now they're zombies. We see the ice guy as well, bro. Toshiro, this dude was very overpowered. So yeah, what does Mayuri do to kind of like counter this? Because like all of his summons, the Iran card, they're not strong enough to take on like these captains. So this is what he does. He has magic drugs. He's been cooking in the pharmacy, and like he gives the drugs to the zombies. So the first drug makes Toshiro's brain stuck in a time loop. So every time he tries to attack or kill Mayuri, like in his brain, his brain resets back to the like the moment. So he keeps doing this, and since he's a zombie, he doesn't have like object permanence. So like he's like literally living in this loop like hundreds of times. It's like implied, and basically he eventually like he has the magic drug where he has blood samples of them, and then he realizes that since Giselle's blood is in them, he has to kind of like overwrite their blood. So he like takes their blood, he puts like his drug mixture inside of their blood, injects it in the body, and then yeah, this blood is from the Arankars, so he's basically using the Arankar blood to rewrite the Quincy Giselle's evil like blood power. The problem is they're still like zombies, but I guess they listen to Mayuri now. They're Mayuri zombies. So we don't know. Like, hopefully, like maybe he can resurrect them because they can like talk, kind of. I feel like they're just gonna be dead. Like just respect the dead. We ain't respecting the dead in this arc, but yeah, like, it just felt so bad. But basically, like he easily dispatches Giselle. Like he's like, I got the counter to you. I've been cooking, and yeah, like he has the zombies kind of stab her, and she dies. After that, there's this weird kind of like love sex guy. His name is Pepe, not the frog, but like this giant, like Quincy Cupid looking motherfucker who's so bad. But yeah, they play like the jazz sex music, so basically, it just controls you. Like anything he wants, you're basically madly in love with him. And then he's fighting Byakuya, who's basically kind of like immune to his love power, but it's not very funny because he has like love chains that can stab him. But basically, his coat kind of like protects him from the love beams. But yeah, basically Mayuri kind of helps him. All the zombies kind of like team up, and then yeah, Byakuya's like, bro, it's kind of fucked up. Like you're controlling these Soul Reapers. Mayuri's like, the Soul Reapers like gave their life to protect the Soul Society. Why should that stop after their life? Why shouldn't they do it after death? So Mayuri's implying that he's doing what he has to kind of protect everything. But it's pretty good because like these enemies are very strong. So the fact that like we have him to turn the tides, even though it's like pretty fucked up, is a good thing. Very welcome. Well, we'll see what's gonna happen. Like, there's gonna be a lot of aftermath. Like this war seems like a real war with like consequences. Like people are dying. After that, I think like all of Bambi's squad is pretty much dead. Like Byakuya kind of like dealt with a lot of them. I think the last remaining member is the blonde girl who's like very monotonous, and she has like the big mouth powers. So I mean, she's good at surviving. We'll see what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, a lot of like shit escalating in Bleach. I really love it. I think like after this episode, since like they cleaned house all the Soul Reapers, and they kind of like defeated most of the captains, it's pretty much up to Ichigo to kind of like fight with Ishida. We'll see what's gonna happen there. But yeah, this man is hard-headed. We haven't seen Ichigo fight at all this season, but it's like heavily implied. They've been saying it since he like unlocked his Bankai as Sanpakuto, like the true power. He's like exponentially stronger. We gotta see how strong, but I mean, knowing Bleach, like, and seeing how overpowered he watches as well, he has like literally all the Quincy powers absorbed into him. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. But yeah, a lot of stuff could happen as Bleach continues. And now for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 8. Alright, now hold up. This episode wasn't that great. It's more of a transition episode. It had like a cool fight, I guess, like Aura Yuji punching the grasshopper curse, and a lot of like setup and exposition. Everyone's trapped in like in the underground train station. There's 5 different levels, and everyone's on the bottom level. There's a lot of like transfigured humans as well. Like Mahito's like out there doing this shit. So there's a lot of exposition. Animation was fine. It was just like Aura punches that were with like the kind of epilepsy filter. I saw a lot of people complain about that on Twitter, so I'm like, okay, bro, it's a transition episode. Like next episode's gonna be like literally fire. It's gonna be one of the best episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen ever. So yeah, hold up. But basically, quickly talk about this episode. Everyone's kind of doing their thing. Like, so yeah, Gojo's at the bottom level, and he sees there's like curses. The disaster curses are there. So it's Jogo, Hanami, and then the blood guy Choso. So all of them are here, like literally kind of like baiting Gojo to attack them. They're like burning up the humans, chopping them up. So yeah, people are dying, which feels pretty bad. Gojo, he can't really like unleash his power. Like he can't do red or blue because that'll cause casualties. So he has to kind of like find a way to defeat them while also like minding his surroundings. We see Geto, like they're talking like about his plans beforehand as well. He's like been calculating this shit so much. So he's like, you have to keep Gojo here for 20 minutes. There's ways where you can like kind of limit his power. So he can't use his domain expansion, because if he does, he's literally going to crush everybody on the outside, or he's going to bring them inside of his domain and they're going to get brain damage. So he cannot do that. Also, they have this technique, domain amplification. It's kind of nuts. It's like they wrap the domain around their body, so it's not really a domain expansion, but it's like inside their body. So basically, Gojo can get touched, so he kind of dodges them. It basically, this fight, Gojo's getting serious now. He took the blindfold off. He's like laughing at these curses because he's just like so much in disbelief that they're like doing this plan. So yeah, he's about to go all out next week. We'll see. We'll see how that's gonna go. But yeah, after that, there was also like the fight between Hyuji and the Grasshopper Curse. He's like, oh, I'm very clever. Yuji kind of fights him. I guess the most notable part of this grasshopper fight is that like Yuji can like take on curses. So it's like a lot of growth from him. He also dodges like the grasshoppers. Like he has like a flying penis attack. I'm fairly like scientifically accurate. Like grasshoppers use that to like lay eggs. So yeah, Yuji kind of dodges his surprise attack and just like uppercuts him and punches him, exercises him, so that's cool. But yeah, Shibuya Incident's insane. Like, it's just starting, so next week I'm so excited. Okay, so for Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5 Episode 10, this episode was insane. I quite could talk about it, but yeah, the situation right now, like, yeah, there's like the one order that Fukuchi, he kind of has access to. He's like the dude with the time sword. So yeah, how do we stop him? Like literally he sliced up most of the people. We see Dazai trying to like break out of prison. It's not working. We see Nakajima fighting Akutagawa. So yeah, like he's a zombie version. Nothing's going right. His arm got cut off. We see Aya literally trying to take the sword out of the vampire. There's literally 10 different things happening and like none of them succeed. Our squad is literally getting bodied, and yeah, at the end we see Fukuchi with the one order. So I'm hoping there's like a safe psych right now. I was like, my theory on what's gonna happen before the episode even started was like the one order is kind of fake, and then someone else has access to the one order, and they kind of just like reset the timeline. I was hoping like that happened, like we go back to like the beginning of season 4 where everything was good. But I think next week is the finale because this is only gonna have 11 episodes. So literally, what the hell is gonna happen? I'm so excited, but yeah, I mean, let me know if you're watching Bungo Stray Dogs. Pretty insane anime. I really like the beginning seasons where just like the characters were like getting along very well. It's just like fun adventures. And then now shit's just like very insane. Okay, so for Atelier, Ryza, Ever Darkness, and The Secret Hideout, episode 12. So this is the finale. They beat the final boss, which was this dragon. Ryza had all these like kind of different bombs he was able to attack. And it's kind of reminiscent of the game. I thought this dragon fight was very lame though as like a final boss. Like it was very like below average. But yeah, besides that, it was just like a cool kind of wrap up. They see like there's like ruins in this island. So basically they kind of like decipher the ruins. There's like treasure over here. So yeah, after like they kind of like track down where the treasure is, it's like a bunch of seeds. But I guess the moral of the story, it's not like the rewards, it's not about the treasure. It's literally about the friends we made along the way. That's what we learned. So yeah, like this adventure, it's about the journey, not the destination. Ryza learning alchemy was like very good. Her like meeting up with Claudia, their friendship, their Yuri vibes go hard. And then we kind of end the anime with Ryza. She still doesn't want to farm. Her mom's like forcing her. It feels very bad because Ryza, she like listen to your family, bro. Like they're struggling. They need you. Your whole livelihood relies on this. But it looks like Ryza's dad's pretty chill. He lets her like go on her adventures. So yeah, I thought the show was okay. It was okay. If you want to play the game, if this makes you want to play the game, I guess that's the success. I guess like the story is just very weak. It's the same for like the game story. It's just like a girl that wants to go on adventures, and then like actually playing the game, you like explore more dungeons, and you kind of like explore the kind of like the demon world. So I mean that stuff is there. So yeah, the anime like seemed to cut a lot of stuff out, but they did their best to kind of like insert a lot of like side quests, different things that they could do. So yeah, overall I thought the anime experience wasn't like as good as playing the game. But hey, the fan service is nice. If you like slice of life anime, you know, it's another one to watch. So for My Happy Marriage episode 11, another cool episode, pretty decent, kind of sad. So yeah, we learned more about Mio's backstory. apparently like the people like she's with, like her family, they're not really like hostile, but like her mom, she was kind of like forced to marry into the Saimori family, and it was to like save her family because they were like kind of poor. Her body was very weak, she was very frail, she was dying. But yeah, she gave birth to Mio, and then she realized that like the family's gonna abuse Mio's power, so she actually sealed Mio's power. She put like the sealing thing when she was young. She realized that this would cause Mio to like go through a lot of hardships and struggles, but she thought that was the better option than having her use like her power of dream sight. So yeah, basically that's what happened when Mio's past. Mio realizes this, she kind of touches a tree, and then all these memories come like crawling into her. So yeah, like her seal is broken now. Like she has her dream sight powers, and it's okay. Like I like this backstory. It felt very on par. Like it made sense why everything happened like this, and now Mio knows everything. So after that, we see her husband Kyoka. He's like fighting some of the grotesques, like the basically the demons, the cursed spirits that are like invading the forest. And then like he slashes like the final like remaining one, and it sprays like poison on his body. It kind of knocks him out, and he's basically like in bed, like in the hospital. So Mio goes to visit him because she's very concerned, and I think she could like cure the powers. So they're implying that like she can use her dream sight to help Kyoka. Kind of like finale point, like have her like rescue the husband. It's all gonna be happy, and then yeah, the marriage continues on. Well, we'll see. Like hopefully Mio gets some confidence back again. Hopefully all of this is not too difficult on her. I mean, the anime did a good job so far showing Mio. I guess the one problem is that it's like gonna end next week, so it's like really short. We definitely need more arcs showing Mio like be happy, like living her life, and then like all these things with the supernatural world. And then like these families, there's still a lot of stuff that's like open-ended, but I guess read the manga to find out more. Alright, so for Rent a Girlfriend Season 3, Episode 10, it's also an episode focused on Kazuya and Sumi. Because Kazuya, he wants to talk to Mizuhara, but he's not really able to man up and do it. He's just too afraid that he's not gonna like be the one to support her in this tough time. So he like goes on a date with Sumi, like asks her for confidence, and then she loves it so much. She's like, finally, like Kazuya like showing initiative. He wants to be a man. He wants to man up to Mizuhara. She wants to help him so badly, so they kind of like go on a date. It's very cute. I love seeing more of Sumi. She's a great character because she's not like heavily involved in the story. That's very trash. So when you see her, it's like a breath of fresh air. Problem is, yeah, like her quirk, her gimmick of not talking and like writing things down is. I guess that's the one flaw, but yeah, besides that, like, yeah, she actually talks to Kazuya a lot. So yeah, in this one, they go to the beach together. It's like kind of like a big long trip. They go on train. They do a lot of sightseeing, like hang out, eat food. So yeah, I mean, it's like a cool date. After that, on the beach, like Sumi like tells Kazuya that you don't have to like worry about all this stuff, just be yourself. You know, do what you can to help Mizuhara. Like, as long as you show initiative, any girl would love your help. So yeah, that's like big words, good confidence. He even talks to Ruka, she like supports him into like helping Mizuhara, even though she's like the girlfriend rival. So what is Kazuya's plan after all this like feel good kind of talks? It's very cringe, but it's very on par with this story. He's preparing to save up a lot of money for a super date to rent out Mizuhara. He's gonna show her like such a good time. Oh my god, bro, this could have been a genuine date. It could have been real, but no, he had to like spend on her on this. Is this so bad? I was like waiting for a good moment for Kazuya to redeem himself, be a man. But in the end, he's just like, okay, I'm gonna rent her out and like make her happy on the super date. So yeah, I mean, next week's probably gonna be like an insane type of date. I want to see what plans he's cooking up. Maybe it's like gonna be emotional. They see like a lot of like things that'll like make Mizuhara happy. We gotta see if, I mean, they're shaping up for like a decent type of like wrap up finale with Mizuhara and Kazuya. So yeah, I guess that's on par for the season. And yeah, that is it for the animes this week. Thank you for watching. I think we'll have 2 more weeks left until I have like a big finale episode. So yeah, a lot more stuff to go for. This was a big summer season. So yeah, very jam-packed, a lot of solid episodes. And thank you for watching. Please let me know what your favorite anime this week was.